Welcome to the Ollie and Bella podcast. This is episode 19. My name is Cherie and this is a podcast all about knitting, crochet. I try to remember to chat about sewing and embroidery and things like that, but I've not picked it up in a long time and I want to, especially through the summer months. I find I tend to do a lot more hand stitching, English paper piecing, so I do enjoy lots of different crafts, but majority of the time you will find me either knitting or crocheting. And that's what I'm going to chat to you about today. So grab yourself a drink, a project, and hopefully I've got my notes in front of me and I keep glancing down. Hopefully this won't be a super long one. I know last time it was mega long, and I know lots of you have said you don't mind the longer podcasts because you can watch them in stages, but which is really kind and thank you. But that one took a long time for me to edit, a really long time. So I'm hoping to keep this one shorter. I say that every episode and I never manage it, but let's see if I can manage it. So I better tell you where you can find me, because it might be that this is the first time you're watching. You can find me on Ravelry as Ollie and Bella, and that's about it really. Apart from here, I do have an Instagram account, but I think it was the beginning of March I decided to take a break, and I'm still taking that break, and at the minute I've got no desire to go back onto Instagram. Yeah, I find that I waste far too much time on that app, so it's done me the world of good taking a break. And I know lots of you, when I mentioned it on previous episodes, lots of you have done that with various apps as well, or you'll limit your time. I did try that, it didn't work. But anyway, I'm already rambling on, so I need to compose myself and literally just work through my notes. Right, let me have a sip of my coffee and I can get on. So we are doing a really fun knit along at the moment, and I will put all the details down below in the description box, and I might also put, depending on if it's like a particular design or a hashtag, if I chat about that, I will try and remember to put it on the screen as well. But of course, if there's anything I miss, feel free to leave me a comment down below. And another thing, actually, where you can find me, it just goes to show that actually I do look at my notes, because I've just thought you can email me. Of course, I set up a new email for the podcast. And again, I'll pop that on the screen and down below. And that is a podcast@ollieandbella.co.uk. So you can find me on Ravelry and by email, or leave me a comment down below. So we've got a really fun knit along, and it's still going. It doesn't end until the 28th of June. So you've still got plenty of time to join in. We are knitting the Simple Pleasures hat, which is a free pattern by Pearl at Soho. Wait 1 minute, I'm going to go and grab my hat, my finished hat. I've got another one to show you. But let me go and grab the one that I finished, just in case you are watching for the first time and you've not seen it. I'm back. So this is the Simple Pleasures hat. And what makes this hat extra special is, you can probably see, you have some fluffy mohair. So the pattern calls for 4-ply fingering weight yarn, and you hold that double, and then you knit the rib depending on what size. And it's a great pattern because it has sizes ranging from baby to a large adult. And I will show you, I'm knitting a hat for Jessie, so I'll show you that one in a minute. But anyway, you hold it double to create this really nice textured rib, which then folds up. But what you do is you cut one of the yarns only one of them, and then that's when you pick up the mohair. So a great pattern if you have some mohair in your stash and you're not sure what to do with it, or maybe you've bought a set from a yarn dyer and again you're not sure what to do with the yarns. This would be a great stash project if you've got the yarns, or it might be that you want to start some gift knitting, because they don't take long at all to make up. And this is, for me, I knitted the smaller adults. I went by the measurements and measured my head, and I didn't want an extra slouchy hat. I quite like my hats to be quite fitted. But another great thing about this pattern is in the pattern it says, depending on what size you're knitting, it will tell you how long to knit this section for before you start doing the decreases. Again, depending on if you like a really slouchy look, you can just carry on knitting, and it gets to a point where you can actually try it on and see, which is great. But that is our fun knit along, and I've got some more prizes that have kindly been sent in, but I'll probably show you them later on in the episode. But after chatting about this, probably best that I find, I've got my podcast basket with me, which you've all seen, and it's full to the brim. And I bet you're all thinking, there's no way she's going to manage 1 hour. I am. I am. Right, hopefully that's not in the well, I'm in my kitchen today, which is a change. So I'm knitting the small child's hat. Now I really wanted to have this finished so that I had a finished object for the podcast. It would have been 2, but I'll talk about the other one in a minute. But I was so tired last night. And it's not often that I don't pick up a project of an evening, but I managed a couple of rounds or so. I'm nearly done. I'm at the decreases. This will definitely be done for the next episode, but I was just so tired. But this is going to be for Jessie. I've not sewn obviously any ends or in anything yet, but I am using, again, from Stash. This is leftover. If you're a viewer of the podcast, you would have seen this yarn many times. It's done, I think this is the 3rd hat it's done now. I made my Kabuk hat with this yarn. I made Jessie the Trivosky hat, I think that's right, by Helen Stewart with this mohair. I dyed this myself. And now I'm using it in this hat. And I've still got lots left because it doesn't use a lot at all. So let's talk about the yarns. So I've mentioned this one. This is mohair, and that's from my stash. And then this lovely speckly yarn is by Tracy from Nora George Yarns. And this was a swap that we did. Oh, I want to say it was back in 2018. And it was an advent swap, which lovely Kelly from Lay Family Yarns, she organised an advent swap on Instagram, and I got paired with Tracy, which was lovely. And this is the Winter's Tale, this colourway. So I'm using this one from Stash, and this is what it's looking like. Now it has pulled in sections, but I thought, you know what, it's fine, it's a hat. And I actually quite like how the mohair is looking in certain sections. I've got like favourite parts of it, especially this part here. If I can try and get it on the camera. It's really pretty. I know Jessie's going to love it. I am going to put this back. So this is gift knitting. I'm going to put this back for Christmas, I think, for a Christmas gift, because although her birthday is in August, I don't really think she wants a woolly hat as part of her birthday gift. But I'm probably at the I think I was going to do one more round, and then I was going to start on the decreases, possibly. But yes, it's a lovely, lovely pattern. Lovely pattern. Let me tell you a little bit more about the cowl. So I will put a hashtag on the screen just in case you are on Instagram and you did want to post a picture. That would be lovely. And then if you pop the hashtag Simple Pleasures Hat Cowl, then you will you'll be able to see other people's then, because I think it's such a fun project. I think it makes it really exciting once you add the mohair in and how it changes. It's really nice. And there's a Ravelry group, and I've set up a chatter thread and a Finish Objects thread. There's lots of you that have joined, so thank you so much. And I am reading your, in the chatter thread, I was going to start replying and I thought I won't, just to make it easier for when I pull the prizes. But I am hearting them if I've read them, because I don't think that interferes with anything. So I am reading them, so I am popping on and reading them, so thank you. And it's great because lots of you are chatting to one another in the thread, which is really lovely to see, and also to see what colour options, and lots of you have knitted one and then you've then gone on to knit another one, which is really nice. It's one of those patterns that I think becomes quite addictive, and you almost want to look in your stash and try and put yarns together to be able to come up with different combinations, which is great. I'm going to quickly show you my patchwork blanket, and this is a free pattern on Ravelry. I'm almost sure I have created a project page for this, but you can have a little look on there. Let me see, quickly show you the front page. And this is a free pattern by Martine Makes, and it's called the Knitted Patchwork Recipe. So I am joining in with the Rainbow Chronicles Make Along, and I've completed my May stripe, which is the colour green. It's looking great now, isn't it? It's not really big. I didn't want it to be really big. I am going to put a border around it, and I've already decided what border I'm going to do. So I have just started June, which you can probably see here. And that is, this colour for this month is Aqua Stroke Turquoise. And I think it's possibly going to be my favourite row in this blanket, or one of my favourites anyway. I'm using this gorgeous yarn, and I'm sure that this, I'm sure my friend Jodie sent me this when she sent me a package. I have got a little card somewhere, so I need to have a little look, but it's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And in here, I'm sorry about some scrunching, crumpling. In here I have my bag of all my other yarns in there. Let's have a look what I've got. There you go, got those ones. I can't remember all of these. I've got some of them I remember. I've got this gorgeous one. This is a Spectrum fibre one. I've had this one. This was in my Free Your Fade shawl, which I knitted a while ago. That one's gorgeous. But one of them, oh, look at this little nugget of gold. This is by Debbie of Down Sheepy Lane, and I don't think it's a colour that she dyes anymore now. I think I mentioned it on my other podcast. It's called Summer Is Coming, and I'm praying that is enough to do a square. So please keep your fingers crossed for me. Keep your fingers and your toes. So yeah, I don't think there's anything more for me to say about this really. I have got on here one of the lovely prizes that came in for the hat cowl was from lovely Jules. Jules from So Sweet Violet, and she kindly put in this really cute rainbow progress keeper for me, and it was, she said that it was for my rainbow blanket. Isn't that really sweet? Right, let me fold this up. I find that really satisfying. I don't know why I put that ball in there. Folding up a blanket. I need to get a life. Okay, just about fits. I think I'm gonna have to put it in a bigger bag, but I love this bag so much. Love it. Right, I'm getting there. Right, okay, next is a new cast on. So in the previous episode, I said there was going to be a new section, and it was going to be called Shop Your Stash. And I even put I'm almost sure I put a thread in Ravelry for you guys if you wanted to share pictures, if you wanted to do it once a month, you wanted to have a little look in your stash, and if you love knitting socks, mitts, or other little small projects. I know for me, when I've had a little look at my stash, I just have single skein yarns. I don't have any tonals, which I need to obviously, well, I don't need to, but I would like to start adding them to my stash, because when it comes to making, I'd like to make more garments, and some patterns you can kind of put different ones together, but when I have a look at what I have, they're so unique and individual in their own way that they don't actually match. So shopping your stash is probably a really good opportunity to have a little look through, and it's not because I want to look at it and just use it up, feel like I need to like rush through getting everything wound up and knitted, but it's a really good opportunity to look through what you've got, and there's probably going to be something there that you've forgotten you've had, or it holds a memory and you think, you know, I'd really like to use that in a project, and there might have been some newer patterns that you're familiar with now that you could use. So I showed this one, and this is a felt fusion yarn, and this is in the colourway Hagrid, and if you have been a viewer of the podcast, you'll know I love Harry Potter, so anything that's Harry Potter and yarn, yeah, love. And I bought this a few years ago now from the only yarn festival that I've ever been to, and that was in Totnes, and it was called Stitch Fest. I'm sorry if you can hear coughing, it's Jamie. He's in the front room. That's my husband. He's in the front room working, hence why I'm in the kitchen filming. And so I've been keeping hold of this yarn for so long because I just love it so much, and sometimes it will just all come together. You'll have the yarn, you'll have the pattern, and it'll just be the right time. And so I have made a start. I've cast these on. I cast them on the 1st of June to join in with the summer sock camp, which is being run by the Crazy Sock Lady, which is lovely Kay, and again I will put her details down below. I'm sure lots of you are joining in, or you've probably watched Kay's podcast, but in case you haven't, go and have a little look. It's great. She's got some new tutorials out. If you've never knitted socks before and you've been thinking about having a go, now is your time. So yes, go and check it out. And I'm knitting Magic Loop, and I'm knitting this pattern. In this pattern I won. I know that I definitely won it from my lovely friend Ali, who has the podcast Little Drops of Wonderful, and I'm almost sure, it was, I want to say I won it when Ali did one of her Strictly's, and it was the 2018 Strictly Sock Along, and I'm sure it was that one. I know it was definitely from one of Ali's knit-alongs, but this is the Spellbound socks, and this is a paid for pattern, and it's by Naomi Buchanan, and it's lovely. I know the picture on the front sadly is a little bit pixelated, but I will pop a link down below to this sock pattern, because if you like a textured sock pattern, this would be great. And you don't need to concentrate. It's not one of them that you do need to concentrate a lot on. You could easily sit and watch the TV or chat to somebody whilst knitting these. And I've got my Harry's acceptance letter there, which is a stitch marker by my lovely friend Lindsay, who has the Simply Serving podcast. She does amazing vlogs and she is an amazing artist. And so everything is just perfect. And I've even got it in my pumpkin bag, which I made last year. And I've got this little pumpkin progress keeper from my friend Suzanne. I've just clipped it on there. But I'm hoping that you can see it showing up the texture, because I know it's quite a dark yarn. So hopefully you can see that, but it's lovely. Absolutely love it. I'm really enjoying them. So that's that project. And then moving on to, I've got 2 more projects to show you. Next up is a crochet shawl. I started this a while ago, but then I stopped because I really wanted to get my hollow shawl finished, and now I finished that. I seem to have just gone mental casting on lots of projects, but anyway, I've picked this one up again, and this is in my this is in my So Ray Me bag by my dear friend Rachel. That's her tag there. She has an Etsy shop, and in her Etsy shop she has so many cool things. She's got project bags. Well, I say she's got that. She may not have it by the time this goes out, but have a look. She's on Instagram. She's got journaling supplies in her shop. She's got notions like supplies, project bags, lots of things. It's really fun scrolling through the Etsy shop and having a look what she's got in stock. So it's the perfect size. I love this shape as well, this style. So I'm knitting the 3 Springs crochet shawl, and this is by Adaday Designs. There you go. And this is how I've done a bit. I was working on this the other evening on my Zoom knit group, and I had to concentrate at the beginning, at the end of every row, because you have to do something different. But this is what it's looking like, and I'm trying to make sure that this part here is a little bit looser, so that when I come to block it, because it's definitely going to need to be blocked, that it's not too tight. But it's lovely. It feels so soft. And this is the beautiful yarn, and this is by Stranded Dye Works, and it's in the colourway Heliograph. It is not a new colourway. I got this in a D-stash, and it's beautiful. It is so much fun to crochet with, because I love that oh dear, I think that's the crows, that you'll crochet a row and then it's really fun seeing the yarn change the colours, and you'll get like a pop of bright pink, or you'll get like a little bit of neon orange. It's beautiful. That is that project there. My final project, which I'm going to chat to you about, is another shawl which I've recently cast on, and it's living in this beautiful tote bag, which was a gift. Angie very kindly got in touch and she sent me some prizes, some beautiful project bags, but I'm going to share the prizes in a minute. But inside, she was so kind. Thank you so much, Angie. She'd put in one of her totes for me, and it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And Angie is the maker behind this beautiful bag that I always say every episode that I love so much. And this, let me move my coffee out of the way. So Angie, you can find Angie on Instagram, and she has a website, which is the Urban Stitcher. Love her tags as well. They're really lovely. It's on, hopefully you can see it on this one. Not sure if the camera's going to pick up on that one. And it's a great size for a project, for like a sweater, a shawl, or anything that requires quite a few skeins of yarn, or like a blanket or something. A blanket, yes. So I was contacted a little while ago by from a lovely shop that's down in Cornwall. It's based in Falmouth, and it's a beautiful shop which I hope I can go and visit very soon. And it's called Stitches in Cream, and I will leave all their details down below where you can find them. They are on Instagram, Facebook, they've got their website, and it's a family run business, two sisters, Jane and Sandra, and it's lovely. It's a lovely shop. On Facebook, I love that they put up little videos showing new products that they've got in store, what projects that they're working on, and it was Jane that got in touch with me. Jane loves knitting, embroidery, and Sandra really enjoys sewing, dressmaking, and so their shop is a combination of both of those passions, and it's lovely. So if you are on Instagram, have a look. I'm sure I watched it on their Facebook channel, their Facebook page, but they recently moved their shop around, and they show a little tour of the shop, and when you first walk in, you're greeted by a lovely wall of yarn, and it just looks amazing. And they've got two tables it looks like it's in a beautiful old building, which I know does come with its pros and its cons, but it looks stunning. Big shop window on the front. They've got a lovely display, but when you first walk in, you've got that wall of yarn, and they did have two chairs by the window. I could just sit there all day with coffee, my knitting, and just stare at the wall of yarn. That would be enough for me. But they have fabric in there, really modern contemporary fabric. They have patterns in there, dressmaking patterns. They've got accessories, notion accessories. I think they've just started stocking cocoa knits. They've got Toft in there. You can get kits from all the different Toft kits, and they also run workshops as well. I don't know if they've started doing any of that just yet, but keep a lookout. And I'm almost sure they've got a newsletter that you can sign up to, I think. But if you keep a look on their social media, they're sharing anything that's new and upcoming on there. So they stock on their website. So if you're not local, but you want to still shop from them, you can order from them online. They've got a great website. They are going to be updating their website. I think that they are changing a few things, which is really exciting for them. But on the website, you'll find there's some commercial yarn, there's hand-dyed yarn, and some of the hand-dyed yarn they've got is from local makers, which is always really exciting. Yeah, it's great. It's really lovely to see an array of different yarn dyers, because we all have different tastes, don't we? And yarn dyers, they have their style, their colours that they like to use, and so it's really lovely to see a range. I think there would be something for everybody there, definitely. And so after chatting about yarns that they have in store, and patterns and just ideas really, Jane kindly sent me some yarn so that I could knit the half and half wrap, which is a free pattern by Pearl Soho, and I came across that on YouTube actually. The Caddy Jacks podcast popped up as a suggestion for me, and I had never watched those ladies before, but they are lovely. I love watching them. Yeah, I feel like I'm probably really late to the party actually for the half and half wrap, but I love the idea of it. And so just in case you've not heard of it either, again, I will pop details down below, but it's a free pattern on the Pearl Soho website, which love that website, because if you remember, the Simple Pleasures hat is a Pearl Soho pattern as well. And you're basically knitting a square, but you're knitting, and then you fold it in half into obviously the shape of a triangle, and one half of it is one colour and the other half is another colour, and it's great when you wear it because you get to see the two different combos of colour, and then that opens up another whole, yeah, you could spend, like me, so long trying to decide what colours you want to do, and then that then leads on to you wanting to knit a few different ones because you think, oh, I'd like to knit it in that colour combo or that colour combo. These are the two colours that I picked, and this, it says here yarn weight is actually a, doesn't it say on that one, it's a heavy lace weight yarn, and it's in 100-gram skein, and it's 40% wool, 25% llama, 20% silk and 15% linen. It feels amazing. It feels so squidgy, so soft. It's gorgeous. It's really, really lovely. And I've only literally the other week cast it on. Last week, I wanted to film a podcast last week, but it was half term here, and so the children were home. It was also Isabel's birthday last week, so last week was a bit manic, but I still managed to cast it on. But I'm hoping when I sit down in a bit and edit this, I can work some more on it, because it's a really fun, simple, mindless project. The only thing you need to concentrate on is the short rows. And again, Caddy Jacks, they put up a short little tutorial on their YouTube channel showing you how they do theirs, because I think in the pattern it's a wrapping turn, but I think they show you a German short row stitch. I'm almost sure that's right. And like I say, I'm not giving anything away because it's a free pattern, but I thought I'd just mention that. So there's two sizes. You can either knit the large wrap, which is huge, it's really big, but it would be lovely. It would be like a wearable blanket basically, but that requires 3 of each skeins. I decided I'm going to knit the smaller version, which just requires 2 of each, so 2 of each colours. And I'm using what size needle? I'm using a size 3, and this yarn recommends anything between a 2.25 and a 3.25. And so these are the colours that I've gone for. These were the ones that I picked. I picked Buttercup, which is such a fun summery colour. It's lovely. And I picked Cherry Blossom, which is equally stunning. I love this shade. This is probably one of my favourite shades. Wouldn't that look nice? So I'm wearing, I don't think I said, I'm wearing my ranunculus today. Wouldn't that look lovely? That would also look nice, wouldn't it? Both of them, they'd look really nice, wouldn't they? They also stock from the same company. They stock can't remember the name, what it's called, but it's a Surrey alpaca blend, and Jane knitted the love notes in it, and it's beautiful. Oh, the colour was beautiful, what she picked, and that was also by the same brand as well. So let me show you what I've done so far. So I've cast, doesn't look a lot, but you can see it's very well, there's lots of stitches on there. I think you cast on 190 for the smaller one, which I know compared to some, that's probably not that bad, is it? But you just need to concentrate a little bit on when you do your short row. But you can just see now how it's starting to change shape there on the end there. But yes, once you've done that little bit, all it is knitting. Knit, 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 knit. So it's really mindless. You could easily watch the TV while doing this, chat to somebody. Just, you may not chat when you need to do that bit there. I tend to just go quiet. So yeah, I will hopefully would have done quite a bit more on that one for when I come to show you on the podcast next time. But again, like I say, I will put all the details down below where you can find this lovely yarn, because in the shop they've got lots more colours as well. and they might stock another one of the Fibre Company. Can't remember now, but yes, it feels so lovely to work with. Feels beautiful, really soft, really luxurious, really lovely, which makes it really special because then it makes you want to work with it even more, doesn't it? I don't know if I showed you the front there of that one. So that is my last whip. So I think I was going to chat to you. Oh no, it's not the last whip. There was one more, which would have been a finished object, which I'm a bit cross about, but I will go and grab it and I'll be back. Now, this would have been a finished object, but I made a really big mistake. And I'm hoping that, I'm sure there's one of you, I'm sure there's one of you out there that's also done the same thing. Please tell me, please tell me that there is. Anyway, so I'm sure I've done this one last time I've shown you. And I finished this one. Whenever I knit a pair of socks, I normally knit my cuff on a 2.25 and then I move to a 2.5 for the rest of the sock, which I did on this one and it fits perfectly. However, when I came to knit this one, I didn't change my needles. So I knitted the cuff in a 2.25 and then I didn't change them. Oh, and then went on to knit the rest of the whole sock in a 2.25. I kid you not, I didn't even notice the difference until I kitchened. I finished the toe and then I kind of thought the texture, the fabric of the actual sock felt a bit tighter, but didn't quite twig. Yeah, put it on my foot and then twigged that I had obviously not changed to the bigger size. And that just goes to show that I definitely need a 2.5 for the main part of my sock, because I'm a tight knitter. So I frogged it. Look. God, look at the state of that. And I wanted to do it, and I know I might, you know, I could have blocked it and tried to have done it, but I don't think it would have worked even with it blocked, because when I put it on my foot, even the heel wasn't in the right place. So this yarn is so beautiful. So this main part here is a homespun house yarn in Wildflower, and then this contrasting tonal here in this lovely lilac is a Hue Loco one, and that's in Grandma's Lilacs. I will do it. I'm glad I frogged it because now I want to get that one finished. So I would have had that as a finished object had I not been stupid. Has anyone else done that? And the only reason I knit my cuff in a 2.25 is I find that sometimes, like, the cuff I prefer a tighter cuff. But anyway, that's gone in the naughty corner. It went in the naughty corner, it got frogged, it might go back. Right, let's move on. So I've chatted about, so there are no finished objects, shopping my stash, and then that will lead on to Happy Mail, and then, oh, I've got to show you, where have I put that? Oh, it's there. I've got to show you the prizes, haven't I? So this is shopping the stash, but also a recent purchase of mine, and that is this really cute Christmas project bag. I know, I bought this project bag, when did I buy it? A while ago. And this year, and I also bought another project bag, which I'll show you in a minute. And I bought this because I want to join in Christmas in July. I see that every year and I think, how fun, because I love Christmas. And I think I'm going to join that. I'm going to join in with it, and I never do. And so this year I've said to myself, I'm doing it. So even though I would have technically, I'd finished those other socks and only had, oh, actually, how many have I got now? well, I don't know, I'm not even going to count. But I'm going to knit socks, but it doesn't matter. Socks don't take long if you knit them on the right size needles. So I went in my stash and pulled out this yarn here, which I bought 2 years ago, I think. And it's a stranded dye works one, and it's in the colourway, you guessed it, Gingerbread House. Isn't that gorgeous? Anything that's gingerbread inspired, I love it. And so it's got yummy caramelly gingerbread shades in there, with reds, with yellows, with greens. Lovely. And so I wanted to get this project bag, so I thought it'd be a fun little project bag to put it in. I've also got my little Santa's tin there, and then inside I've got my stitch markers from Lindsay, all ready to go. All my Christmas ones. So that's going to be lots of fun. I have said that I need to get at least one pair of socks off the needles. I feel like I should get the naughty pair off, really. And so that's going to be my shopping my stash this month. Pop that one there. Right, let me move on to Happy Mail, and then I'll probably show the prizes actually. So when I bought this one, I said that I also bought another bag, and that was this one. How cool is that? I absolutely love the film Hocus Pocus. Have watched that since a child, and I watch it every year. Love it. I can even watch it now. It doesn't necessarily have to be around autumn time for me to watch it. And I was chatting with my friend Suzanne, who is Green Lambkin Yarn. Suzanne has a lovely YouTube channel, and she's recently uploaded a vlog where they went away for the week, so go and watch that. It's a really, really lovely vlog. And we were chatting a while ago about, she loves Halloween like me, and she loves Hocus Pocus, and we said, wouldn't it be fun to do like a little fun knit along? We'd probably knit socks or something. And I saw this project bag and I couldn't help it. I picked one up for me, and I got one for Suzanne and sent it to her as a surprise. And then she then surprised me a little while after with a lovely package, which I'm going to share with you now. I've already got one of the items on here actually. She sent me this really cool stitch marker with the black cat, who is Zachary Binks. No, Thackeray Binks. Always get that wrong. And inside was this. I smell children. Oh look, another glorious morning makes me sick. Isn't that a fun pin? And oh, look at this, what she made. Isn't that lovely? She put, I hope you like this little magical cauldron. Couldn't find any cards which were suitably witchy. Love that. I'm going to make sure I put that up when it's Halloween. And oh, look at this. Oh, and some tea, which I kept saying I was going to have, and I haven't had any yet. This is by Ringtons, and this is the berry and elderflower tea. This is from the Tea Man. Do you have a tea man that comes round? We don't. I wish we did. Look! Yeah, I literally went, oh my days. Yeah, I probably don't really need to say anything. I'm just going to let these do all the talking. So this is on Suzanne's Sparkle sock base, which is her signature sock base. She loves sparkle sock yarn, and she's named this set of minis I Smell Children, and it's just fantastic. Look at them. Look how she's dyed them to get the different tones in the yarn. That's where you can find Suzanne. So she's on Etsy, Instagram, Facebook. and she's also on YouTube as well. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. They would be cool to make as socks, wouldn't they? Or mittens. Oh, I love them. Thank you, Suzanne. I have thanked Suzanne. And Suzanne will be dyeing them up when nearer the time when it comes to autumn time. I know she said she's going to dye up some of these mini sets, and she's also going to have full 100-gram skeins as well in some of the colours, I think, which is great. And talking of Suzanne, she is going to be having a big shop update coming up, and it's going to be a Christmas one in time for Christmas in July. And I think she might also be thinking about doing a knit along as well. So if you do follow her, keep a lookout for it, and keep a lookout for a vlog, because I think she's going to upload a vlog hopefully, showing and chatting all about her big shop update, which is very exciting because, like I say, I love Christmas. I've said before, I watch Vlogmas episodes all through the year. So much fun. And I bought these beautiful bags on Etsy from Amelia. Is it Amelia Joy X or Amelia X Joy? Again, I'll leave details down below, but they're lovely. They've got a round bottom. I think this is the regular size, and it's got a little tab there. Suzanne sent me the round clasp there, but you can have them in, they've got the option where you can have them zipped, you can have drawstring, and there's even a pocket inside. And I can't remember now how much I paid, but it wasn't a lot, and they're lovely, they're fantastic. And the range of different fabrics you can pick, I've probably got another 5 in my Etsy basket, but they're great, really lovely. And I like how soft they are, so that you can fold them up and that can go in a handbag, so they don't take up a lot of space as well. So I think, no, one more thing for Happy Mail, and that's a book. So lots of you have been, and even some of you have actually commented in the Ravelry thread. I put up a book recommendation thread as well, so thank you if you've commented in there. And also lots of you, lots and lots of you have been commenting on the podcast with recommendations. So many lovely recommendations for books. Last episode I mentioned that a particular genre that I enjoy reading, that I just find interesting, is about World War II, and there are so many of you that enjoy the same genre, which I think it surprised me actually. But I've got some fantastic. I've got some. It's because I'm probably trying to talk fast, isn't it? I've got some fantastic book recommendations. So if you're interested in that genre as well, I recommend that you pop over to the previous episode 18, and have a little read through the comments. But one of the comments recommended this book, which is called Beneath a Scarlet Sky, and I already did have this on my Goodreads list to read. And I had a little look on Amazon, and I think at the time it was on offer. I think it was like £5 or something, and so I got it. And this is a novel by Mark Sullivan. It says it's #1 Amazon charts bestseller. And let's see, shall I read you a little bit on the back? Right, okay. This is take 2 now, because as you know, I struggle to pronounce words. As you know, actually, I just struggle to talk in general. Right, I'm going to try again, okay? Pino Alella wants nothing to do with the war or the Nazis. He's a normal Italian teenager obsessed with music, food and girls, but his days of innocence are numbered. When his family home in Milan is destroyed by Allied bombs, Pino joins an underground railroad helping Jews escape over the Alps, and falls for Anna, I'm pronouncing that as Anna, as in Frozen, a beautiful widow 6 years his senior. In an attempt to protect him, Pino's parents force him to enlist as a German soldier, a move they think will keep him out of combat. But after Pino is injured, he is recruited at the tender age of 18 to become the personal driver for Adolf Hitler's left hand in Italy. General Hans Leyers, one of the Third Reich's most mysterious and powerful commanders. Now with the opportunity to spy for the Allies inside the German High Command, Pino endures the horrors of the war and the Nazi occupation by fighting in secret, his courage bolstered by his love for Anna and for the life he dreams they will one day share. I literally want to go and start reading that now. Wow. Yeah. So I will let you know how that goes. Right, we are on to the final bit, which I'm going to quickly finish up this podcast with sharing some wonderful donations for our knit along. And first up, let me just turn the page. The first donation is a couple of patterns that were donated by Laura. So thank you so much, Laura. And Laura is West Beach Knits, and she also has a YouTube channel. And I think she's also on Instagram, and she also obviously has Ravelry, and she's kindly donated a copy of her Sandy Points hat and mittens. So thank you, Laura. And then I received this lovely pile. I've got, look at all this. How exciting is that? Now, not all of these that I'm going to show you now, not all of these will be for the sock along. Sock along? No, we're not doing a sock along. We're doing a hat along. They're not all going to be used for that knit along because I'm going to keep some back for future giveaways, knit alongs, prizes. But look at this gorgeous pile of beautiful project bags, kindly sent by lovely Angie. Thank you so much, Angie. And I was chatting earlier about Angie's bags, and I thought it'd be nice to just show all of them to you. So again, you can find Angie on Instagram. I don't know if she's on Facebook, but your best bet is Instagram and her website, which is the Urban Stitcher. Look at this beautiful one. This, I reckon this must be like a Tilda one. What do you reckon? I bet there's lots of you out there that would look at that and know straight away the fabric. It's got a beautiful pink tassel, and it's got like a linen canvas on the back. I love these shape bags. They're great, aren't they? And it's lined inside, and it's also got her stamp there. It's great because it's got a boxed bottom, so it stands up as well. That little one there. And then this lovely one. I love this one. I might have to keep this one. We'll see. It's got lovely beads on, and it's got this lovely fabric on the front. This fabric on the front, I'm only guessing, again, I know lots of you out there that are really into your fabrics will know this one. I want to say that looks like almost like a Ruby, is it Ruby Society fabric? I may be wrong, but it feels lovely and soft. It's gorgeous. It's got Angie's tag there, and it's lined, and it's a drawstring, that one, and it's a boxed bottom as well. So it's that one. And then there's this one. Look at this. Look at the colours. Isn't it beautiful? So summery. I think this might be a really good one to use for a prize, wouldn't it? Yeah, I've decided I'm going to definitely use this one for a prize. I love it. I could keep them for myself, but I'm not going to. I think, again, this one looks like it's Tilda fabric. This looks like a really nice size as well, that you'd probably get a shawl in here. Socks, mittens, scrappy projects. And so it's got this panel across the front. It's got Angie's logo there. and it's, like I say, it's drawstring, and it's got 2 pockets inside this one. And it's a boxed bottom again. Look at that. Lovely. Really lovely fabrics, that one. Love like the aqua colour on the front, it's lovely. And then this one is gorgeous as well. They're all lovely. The denim one, which is lovely. Look how classy and simple that looks. Looks gorgeous, doesn't it? And has a grey tassel. And inside, this one's actually got a little notions pouch as well. The lining, it has a pattern on this one, which is really nice. And then it's got a matching notions case. So it might be that I put a couple in, not sure yet, but this one will definitely, because it's bright, it's summery, which is perfect for this time of year, because we've finally been having some nicer weather over here. It's meant to be really nice next few days, hopefully. So I think that'll be a really lovely one. So I'm definitely going to add that for the Simple Pleasures hat cowl. And then I might add another one. We will see, because I've got another beautiful project bag to show you. So I'm definitely going to keep some of these for these ones for future cowls. So thank you again, Angie. Then the next lovely prize donation is from the lovely Jules, and this is one of Jules's signature bags, and it's absolutely stunning. I want to say this is Liberty fabric. Well, it's beautiful. It's got peacocks on it. It's got, I want to say llamas on it, but it may be alpacas. And it's got Marjorie, and I think Marjorie's holding some berries or some flowers. And it's a zip project bag, and inside you've got, there's Jules's stamp there, and then inside you've got a lined with the same fabric as on the front. You've got a pocket there, and then you've also got a clasp where you could put stitch markers on there, you could put some scissors on there, tape measure if it had, like, if you were able to fit it on there. They're really handy, aren't they, to have something like that. And then Jules also added in, to go along with this prize, one of her pin badges, which is her logo, which is really cool. So thank you, Jules. It's really kind. Everyone's been so generous. It's so lovely. And if you would, there's still time, so if you would like to donate a prize for the giveaway, if you are a yarn dyer, a bag maker, a pattern designer, stitch markers, anything like that, and you would like to donate a prize for the cowl, or a prize in general for the podcast, that would be fantastic, because I'm sure we'll be doing some more fun make-alongs, or, you know, for a giveaway or something like that, then please get in touch. You can email me. That's probably the best way of getting in touch. And then yesterday, this one came, which is lovely, and this is by Stevie from the Created Yarn Co. And Stevie kindly set up a discount code last podcast, and it's still running now, and I'll leave it on the screen, and you need to make sure that you put it in capital letters, and it is Ollie and Bella 10, and you can get 10% off in Stevie's Etsy shop. That doesn't include dyed to order kits or clubs, but on all of her other yarns, and there's some beautiful yarns in there. She's got different bases in there. There's DK, there's 4-ply, I think there's mohair, there might be Suri alpaca as well. And this was Stevie's yarn that I used for this hat, and this was knitted in Bronze Age. This is Stevie's details there, and you can find Stevie on Etsy, Instagram, and Stevie also has a YouTube channel as well. And she kindly sent me a prize for the cowl, which is so kind, and also some tea. I will put that in with the prize. So Stevie has put together a Simple Pleasures kit, basically, and you've got here a 100 gram skein, and this is in the colourway Pink Peppercorn. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at those speckles. beautiful yarn, beautiful colourway. And look at this one to go with it. So this is called Pin Up, and this is on Stevie's Suri silk base as well. Those two together would make a stunning Simple Pleasures hat. And you would then still have some of that left over, I reckon, depending on what size you knitted. So this is going to add to the prize pile. So thank you again, Stevie. And like I say, there's still lots of time to join in the knit along, and still remember to keep posting in the chatter thread, and then in the finish objects thread, please just post a picture. There's no chatting in that thread because it just makes it easier then when it comes to pool prizes. That is it. What do you reckon? Wonder how long it's going to be. Maybe I'll allow myself 10 minutes over. We will see. But thank you so much. It's been so lovely spending some time with you all again, chatting to you. I'm still reading some of your comments that are still coming in from previous episodes. Yeah, everyone's so lovely. So thank you so much if you've taken the time to watch, if you've commented, if you've liked, if you've given me a thumbs up and subscribe. That's great. That's fantastic. So thank you so much, and I hope you're keeping all safe and well as best as you can given the times. But that's it. That's a wrap. So I will see you hopefully in 3 weeks' time. But again, please feel free to leave your book recommendations down below. I love hearing what books you're reading, what projects you're working on, what TV you're watching. We've recently watched The Pact, and that is a UK drama that was on ITV. That was really good. We finished watching just this week. It was on BBC One, I think, again UK, and that was called Time. And that had Sean Bean in it, and it was a 3-part drama based on a teacher who went to prison, and it's quite uncomfortable in places to watch, so maybe that might not be something for everybody, but I still managed to watch it and it was good. It was really good, actually. It was quite emotional as well. We finished watching that. I'm still watching The Blacklist. So excited that season 4 of A Handmaid's Tale is going to be coming out soon. That's really exciting. I might go back and re-watch. I probably won't have enough time by the time. I might have to go back and at least watch the last 2 episodes of season 3. That might be an idea. I've also re-watched Stranger Things. Love Stranger Things. Cannot wait for that to come out. Probably won't come out until next year now, I don't think. I think that's it. Yeah, so again, let me know what TV you're watching, what you're enjoying, and what projects you're working on. And that would be lovely. And have a lovely weekend. Although when you're watching this, it may not be coming up to a weekend, but I wish you a lovely day, and I will see you all soon. Bye.